Hello and welcome to Media Canvas, a show in which I consume a piece of media and review it. I've got a thought that I'm going to change my day to very possibly the first Friday of every month going forward from now instead of the first, just because the first is a kind of sometimes it's in the middle of the week, sometimes it's on the weekend, and it really, depending on my schedule, can throw off when I do these. In any case, I've got a book this time. There exists a genre that is often referred to as a slice of life, when it's about the events that happen day to day. Combine with that the genre of a romantic comedy, and you start to get an idea what How to Be a Normal Person by TJ Klune is. The story is about Gustavo Tiberius, a completely socially awkward individual, who is, quite simply, strange. Imagine everything that you connect to someone being socially awkward all wrapped up in a single person, and you get our main character. When Gustavo decides that he's interested in someone new to his life in his little town, he goes about searching the internet for how to be a normal person. This creates a comedy of what's probably just bad advice when you really break it down. And the character interactions that come from that bad advice is honestly very charming in a way that it comes together. The love story is well paced and quite natural in its development over the entire story, which is kind of hard to do as a writer based on other things I've read. Talking about characters, our character who narratively drives the story, Gustavo Tiberius, is as I mentioned, a very socially awkward character. Well, this could lead the character to quickly become annoying or obnoxious. You get a lens of the world through Gustavo that really makes the story work and fulfills a character growth from start to finish. Our supporting cast includes Casey, a stoner hipster who captures the attention of Gustavo and sets the entire love story in motion. Lottie, a owner of the local coffee shop that Gustavo frequents, and importantly, a set of characters called the We Three Queens, who may or may not be eccentric polyamorous lesbians. Each member of the supporting cast of the book are all wonderfully written and have personalities distinctly their own. They interact with Gustavo to bring our story forward and develop the entire cast as a whole into characters you get a feeling like you at least somewhat know. So this is most definitely a comedic romance book. Why do I put it in that order? Well, TJ Klune has a priority on the funny. Subtle as it can be in the book at times, it ranges from a rant about Michael Bay being evil to forgetting about a strawberry allergy at a strawberry festival. You're sure to laugh when reading this book. Most of all, the bad internet and advice sections are hilarious in their portrayal of help pages that can be found. The romance is a plot device that leads to the humor. It's not the romance that just so happens to be funny. That's why I feel like it belongs in the other order. So, I'm not a stoner. I don't have any interest in marijuana at all. And some of the comedy here is very much stoner humor. That being said, it's got just the right level where it got laughs out of me at times, and I would have to guess would be very enjoyable to stoners. There's a whole thing in the book about stoner Scrabble. Also, I'm a straight guy, and this is an LGBTQ book. My takeaway that I want to tell people as a fan of some of TJ Klune's other books is that TJ is what I would refer to as a character writer. He builds characters that are wonderful and compelling, well rounded, they grow throughout the story. If you don't think this book will interest you because it's an LGBTQ book, I encourage you to give it a chance. I did happen to listen to this in the audiobook format, So just a quick mention that Derek McCain captures a laid-back reading of the entire thing that has fantastic inflection on some of the phrases, including "oh my god," that really enhances the story for me. I think it's perfectly enjoyable without, but just to give it a chance, the audiobook version will definitely add to the experience here. So, a book I originally read because my spouse was thoroughly enjoying it. Originally, I was wondering what I would think. I've since gone back to it twice. Once for my own enjoyment when I was looking for something to listen to that I didn't have to wasn't new, something I could re-listen to. And again, I listened to it for this review. Those few awkward story beats come just shy of being a book I would put on, a list of my here are my favorite books list I would hand somebody, but it is a book I would recommend to people. It's filled with great comedy and characters that bring a charm to the story. Thus, I give How to Be a Normal Person by TJ Klune a 4 out of 5. If you think you would like to see what else I do, you can follow me on Twitter or YouTube at DAMEKAGE.